Magandang araw mga banateros. Breaking news ha. Hearing sa kamara. Illegal. Panoorin mo itong video hanggang dulo at ipapaliwanag ko kung bakit ito illegal sa aking pananaw. Naku po, matindi ho ito. Mga kababayan, ito ang nakakatawang bahagi ng palabas na to. Kapag hindi sumipot si BP Sara, siya ang masama. Ito yun ha. Pero kapag ang proseso mismo ang questionable, biglang tahimik ang lahat. Naku po. Hindi umaten si BP Sara sa hearing sa kamera at ang agad ng script nila, bakit ayaw humarap? Bakit ayaw magpaliwanag? Bakit umiiwas? Ano tinatago? Pero teka lang, paano ko ang totoo, hindi ito ang simpleng pag-iwas, kung hindi pagtutol sa isang proseso sa tingin natin ay isang labag sa konstitusyon. Dahil malinaw ang punto ng kampo ni BP Sara. Ang usaping impeachment na naaayon na rin sa ating konstitusyon ay ang paglilitis ay magaganap dapat sa Senado at hindi sa Kamara. Naku po, ang linaw po noon. Kaya ang tingin nila dito, hindi ito'y simpleng pag-iimbestiga, kundi isang fishing expedition. Nangingisda ng mga ebidensya. Bakit? Wala kasi. Tandaan ninyo, the burden of proof is not doon sa inaakusa, but doon sa nag-aakusa. Wala nga ho sila Kaya nila gusto mag-hearing ng ganire. Di ba? At ibabato sa Vice Presidente ang lahat. Tapos tila siya pa ang kailangan mag-prove na siya po ay inosente. At ang mas mabigat, habang pilit siyang pinasasama sa mata ng publiko, lumabas naman ang mga abogado ni BP Sara sa press con at isa-isang binara, binasag at pinahiya ang maling paratang labang sa kanya. Kaya sa video na ito, hihimayin natin isa-isa ang mga lumalabas na pahayag. Ang mga video na ito na ipapakita ko sa inyo, naku, matindi ito. At para sa mas malinaw ninyo talagang maintindihan ng bawat detalye, ini-enhance ko na rin yung audio. Kasi marami nagre-reklamo, napapanood natin doon sa press con ng mga abogado. Na, bakit ganyan ang audio? Bakit malabo? Bla bla bla, sinubutay, ganyan-ganyan. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Si Banat Bay, basta dito sa atin, lagi nating ini-enhance yan para mas malinaw ang kanilang, sinabi. Para wala nang lusot ang mga palusot. Na naman ang magpapalusot At wala nang takas ang mga gustong baluktutin ng usapan. Kaya mga kababayan, manood kayo hanggang dulo dahil baka ang pinamumukad ng sa inyong pag-iwas ay isa palang paninindigan labang sa maling proseso. At baka ang pinalalabas nilang kasalanan ay siya palang pinakamalaking butas sa buong palabas na ito. Yung palakpakan. Magandang araw sa inyo mga kababayan. At eto na nga, pag-usapan na ho natin kasi kanina may matinding press con after ng mga pinag-usapan dyan sa hearing. Kasi tila do sa hearing, napakarami nila ang hanas. Para tilang mga bayot na hindi maintindihan. Kasi supposedly, tama yung sinasabi ni Rufus, sabi niya, akala ko ba may substance in form? Meron ng kompleto na, kaya nga pumasya na to sa mga una, pangalawa, dapat meron na pong meron ng sapat o laman ng ebidensya. Pero bakit ngayon pa lang ipapatawag ni Ridon yung SEC? Ngayon pa lang ipapatawag yung BIR at tila sinasabi niyan tagong yaman o hindi maipaliwanag na yaman ni BP Sara Duterte. Yun ang sinasabi, di ba? Pero ang tanong, di ba, dineclare mo na yan So kung dineclare mo na yan, yung tinatawag na sufficiency in form, kasi ganito yan di pa paliwanag natin, yung step-by-step process. Okay? Filing of complaint. Dito magfa-file. Pagkatapos, referral to Committee on Justice. Okay, so i-refer na Committee on Justice. Pagkatapos nun, determination of sufficiency in form. Kumpleto ba? May verification ba? May verification ba? Tama ba ang format? Kung okay, Meron. Ito pa, susunod. Determination of sufficiency in substance. Ano yun? Iba yung form, kung kompleto lang, tama ba yung pagkasulat, bla bla bla, ganyan. Ito naman, sufficiency in substance, meaning may basehan ba yung allegation? Pasok ba sa impeachable offense? Dito pa lang, malalaman mo na. Okay? Dapat may ebidensya na. Tapos may hearing and investigation stage. Ito yung madalas na nakikita sa TV. Ang problema nga, mga kababayan, ang hearing na ginagawa sa Kamara ay wala po sa konstitusyon. Dapat po kasi ang hearing ng impeachment o yung impeachment trial ay dapat po sa Senado. Pero ang nangyayari, yung hearing para bagang ginawang, kaya nga tinawag na mini trial eh. Wala pong karapatan ang kahit sino mang body ang mag-trial sa isang impeachment kung hindi ang Senado lamang. Sa bibig mismo nila nang galing, mini trial ang lumabas. So ibig sabihin, uusigin, gusto nilang umatin si VP Sara Duterte doon para kuhanan ng mga statement. Naging mini trial na. Kaya sinasabing ito ay unconstitutional. Panoorin natin ang banat ng mga abogado ni VP Sara Duterte.
They
Pasok.
confirm that the defense team sent a letter addressed to Representative Luistro, the chairperson of the Committee on Justice. This was dated March 24, 2026. This letter was sent in response to the invitation extended to us by the committee. Just so there is context to the letter that we sent, even as we had observed from the hearing that was conducted earlier, that this letter was also tackled by the committee. We will just read the pertinent portions so that the public is also informed of the reason or the reason stated in this letter on why the respondent and the defense team did not participate in the hearing today. So under these circumstances and considering the public statements made by the chairperson, it appears that the committee intends to conduct a trial. However, with due respect, the Constitution vests the authority and power to conduct trial solely in the Senate. And this is clear and explicit in Section 3, Paragraph 6, Article 11
Yan.
of the 1987 Constitution.
Ayan, yan ang sinasabi
Which,
ko
as you know, states that it is the Senate
Yun.
that shall have the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment. The Constitution is thus clear. It is only the Senate that conduct trial in all cases of impeachment. And while Section 3, Part 2, Article 11 allows the committee to conduct a hearing for the purpose of submitting its report to the House of Representatives within 16 session days from referral, the same does not give the committee any power or jurisdiction to conduct any form of trial, whether mini or full-blown, much less receive and try any evidence. That impeachment rules must be compliant with the Constitution is made clear in Francisco versus House of Representatives, wherein the Supreme Court declared Section 16 and 17 of Rule 5 of the Rules of Impeachment Proceedings adopted by the 1012 Congress unconstitutional. And in doing so, the Supreme Court aptly reminded it is basic that all rules must not contravene the Constitution, which is
Yun.
the fundamental law.
Yun. Yan yung skeleton ng lahat yung konstitusyon. At malinaw Ayon sa kanyang binanggit, yung article na yan, nakasabi diyan ay Senate lang. Senate lang ang
In
pwede.
light of these, while the invitation for the respondent and counsel to participate in the committee's mini-trial is well noted, we cannot, however, do so at this point on the ground that the committee and or the House of Representatives, as well as any of its members, lack jurisdiction to conduct any form of trial or exercise any of its incidents. Absent such jurisdiction, any attempt to proceed in the nature of any form of trial or to invoke powers ancillary to it
Yan.
is unconstitutional. Consequently, the respondent puts on record her objection to any requests, motions, or similar efforts aimed at obtaining or fishing for supposed evidence through processes that necessarily presuppose the existence of lawful authority and jurisdiction under the Constitution, which in this case is absent. As timely stated in the appearance consolidated answer both made ad cautelam, the respondent does not waive any jurisdictional or other objections she
Yan.
has
Mamaya
to these
papaliwanag natin yan.
proceedings, nor her right to seek the appropriate legal remedies. Nonetheless, she is prepared to meet the charges against her before the proper jurisdiction.
Thank you. We will now open the floor to questions para hindi tayo maubusan ng oras.
Yan. Maganda to, maganda to.
Boy, dinapni mo.
May ay na, may sir. Ay, pero sa debo pro.
Pasensya na dun sa question, hindi nakuha yan kasi malabo yung niyan yung audio niyan Ha? Malabo niyan, ha?
TV bike. Tapos sa po yung year, the Committee on Justice, kaya naman several motions po na natake sa hinin there, they want to issue subpoena sa mga ilang dokumento, kabin sa mga financial transactions, ITR, tingin ninyo attorney po kasama doon sa pinasabina. Maybe just get current action on that. And ano po kumanibito ng defense scheme since keto nga may mga iring na yung committee na mga dokumento na mapresenta o mamatagit yun sa
Pagpasensya nyo na.
Unang-una sa lahat, I have to address yung subpoena that was issued against myself. I will wait for the subpoena. Titingnan ko kung ano yung laman ng subpoena. But definitely, I'm willing to attend. No? Wala akong any intention to evade having to attend before the Committee on Justice. Although I must say, I was monitoring the hearings. In fact, that's why hindi kami nag-start until matapos yung hearings out of due respect na rin to the Committee on Justice. I was a bit surprised because I think the ground stated there was that I was the one in charge of the accomplishment reports, etc., which obviously the facts and documents would show that it was not me. But nonetheless, I don't see any point in not appearing. So I will definitely abide by the subpoena, subject to, of course, titingnan natin kung anong laman.
Kasi pinatawag din po ito dahil daw doon sa nabanggit na siya yung sa yung sa DepEd, spokesperson ng DepEd. Ngayon siya na sinusubpina ngayon. Talaga naghahanap sila yung tinatawag kasing fishing expedition. Yung wala ka pang ebidensya, tapos ipapatawag mo yung inaakusa, tapos i-interviewin mo. Pagka-interview mo, maghahanap ka ng pagkakamali doon sa ini-interview mo. Tapos gagamitin mo nga yung ebidensya yon. Yun ang tinatawag na fishing expedition. Parang yung ginawa kay Sir Jack. Pinatawag si NBI, tapos doon, naghanap sila ng maisasampang kaso kay Jack. Wala pa talaga silang ebidensya. Yung kanilang ebidensya ay kinuha mula dun sa sinabi.
Pagdating naman doon sa ibang subpoena that will be issued for the documents, I think it is our job as counsels to look first at kung ano yung scope ng subpoena and see kung naayon ba sa batas yung pag-issue ng subpoena. Attorney Sheila, is there anything you wanted to add pa? Go ahead.
In addition to what Mike had said, I think the portions of the letter that I had read earlier would answer that question. So right now, what is clear is that we have questions on the jurisdiction of the committee to
Yon.
conduct any form of trial.
Ayun.
And if you had noticed also from the letter, we had stated that it's not only the conduct of the trial, but also the exercise of any and all ancillary incidents to it, which includes, of course, the issuance of any compulsory process. I cannot tell you yet how the defense would meet the orders given today at the committee hearings or how we would specifically respond to those. But we are making
Actually, para personally pa alam, what i para personally pa alam, what i-lay down ka ng mga rason kung bakit hindi siya nakalahat dito sa pagkit. You know,
All right, thank you. So, you have two questions, right? Number one, does act to the statement that what the committee is conducting is not a trial, but is allegedly a preliminary investigation. Number two, you also want us to react to the statement of Representative De Lima, to the effect that the nuance of the response
Pasensya na doon sa audio ha, kasi napuputol-putol eh. Pero dyan lang naman po yon sa simula.
at the committee
Sa simula
hearing
lang yun.
today is allegedly a disrespect. Let me respond to the second one before I go to the first one. We regret that that's how the good representative feel, but we also had very clearly in our letter and with good intentions, because it is our duty as lawyer to put the defense or best defense available for our client. And at this point, we really feel or we believe that the committee really has no jurisdiction to conduct any form of trial. There was no disrespect intended because in fact, we had responded to the invitation that was extended to us, signed by the chairperson of the committee, and we had submitted this even before the committee hearing today. So we don't know, we don't understand how that could be a form of disrespect. Nonetheless, let me address your question on the statement that what is being done at the committee level is a preliminary investigation, and they may be referring to the comparison of the committee level proceeding as akin to a preliminary investigation. However, if you have taken note of the past statements by members of the committee, and this is not even something that we said or stated, the term mini trial did not come from the defense. The
Yon.
term mini trial
Oh, yan. Malinaw to. The mini trial did not came from the defense. Sa kanila. Nanggaling ito mismo kay Luis Stro, yung may utang di umano. May utang ka kasi. Di ba?
came from members of the committee. And in fact, you only have to look probably in the internet or search them yourselves to know that there have been statements to this effect that what the committee will do is sort of a mini trial.
Kasi lagi nyo pagkakatandaan ba? Kasi marami nagsasabi bakit daw hindi humaharap. Ano pa ang problema? Bakit hindi humaharap? Kasi mga kababayan, pagharap mo, dapat meron kang karapatan na magsalita. You have the right as being accused. 'Di ba? Tulad nun ng ordinaryong husgado, 'di ba? Paharap ka, tatanungin ka. Pero maaari kang magsalita at bigyan ka ng karampatang karapatan na magpaliwanag. At the same time, depensahan ka ng abogado mo. At the same time, yung ipipresenta nilang mga witness ay kailangan pwedeng i-cross-examine. Ang problema, lahat yan, wala. Bawal nga pagsalitain unless tinanong. Tapos, bawal din questionin ng abogado yung witness na ipipresenta nila. What the kind of rule is that? Di ba? Anong klaseng rules yan? Kung ganun. Sa bagay, sabi nga ng konstitusyon, it is not a trial. It's just a hearing. Therefore, may karapatan ang inaakusa na hindi umattend at may karapatan din tanungin ng abogado na merong itong issue ng jurisdiction. Kasi ladies and gentlemen, for your information, in all trial o in all cases, yan ang number one na kini-question ng abogado, yung jurisdiction. Number one yan. Diba? Katulad ko, meron na ang desisyon ng korte o meron na sinabi ang Supreme Court na dapat pag inakusa ka ng libel ay doon sa opisina mo. Ibig sabihin, nung inakasahan ako ni Zaldico, dapat sa opisina niya yung magkaso. Doon kung saan yung opisina niya. Which is the House of the Representative. Diba? Although, kinwestiyon nga namin yung korte, bakit sa Legazpi yung kaso? Dapat sabi ng Supreme Court ay kung saan yung opisina. Although, hindi na napagbigyan. Okay? Dahil nga sa, alam mo naman, ibang klase si Zaldico. Maraming maleta. Wala tayong sinasabing pero ang sinasabi lang natin, hindi ho tayo napagbigyan. Hanggang inakyat na po namin and eventually na-dismiss na din po. Bakit? Again, number one po yan. Jurisdiction. Napaka-importante ho yan tinatalakay.
And so, our response to that is, given that the Constitution only vests the power and authority to conduct trial in the Senate,
Yan.
then the House of Representatives or any of its committees cannot do that. And I think this is very clear also in the Duterte ruling, both in the 2025 and 2026 decisions of the Supreme Court, that constitutional parameters with respect to the conduct of the entire impeachment proceedings should always be complied with. Especially given that it's not only a purely political proceeding, it is also a legal proceeding and therefore must comply with the fundamental law. And what is our fundamental law? Our fundamental law is the Constitution. You don't even have to write it in any contracts or
Grabe, lalim magpaliwanag ni ate, no? Patay sila eh. Patay sila sa lalim nito magpaliwanag eh.
agreements or any rules written in every rules in every contract. That's how fundamental the objection of the respondent is to the committee proceedings.
Yun po na attorneys Joseph Petera po from Camilo Borigin. In asserting the unconstitutionality of the House jurisdiction over the impeachment, that may
Pasensya na again ha, doon sa nag-i-interview, malabo talaga yung audio niya, sobrang hina yan, kaya hindi siguro na-detect nung yung app na panglinaw. Ang ipansinin na lang natin yung sagot po ng abogado.
what are we trying to achieve here, Uba? Are we trying to stop the House hearing or have we made any legal good na ipadit po to? Or it's just a mere position of the rest?
Ano daw ba ang
Well,
purpose
for
ninyo?
now, that's really the position of the defense team na unconstitutional in nangyaring proceedings, diba? Ngayon, ang tinitingnan natin, ang sinasabi talaga natin dito to simplify things. Sa Constitution, very clear naman yung nakasulat. No? Number one, ang initiation ng impeachment proceedings that belongs to the House. That is exclusive power to the House. We're not contesting that. No? But, pagdating sa trial, that power exclusively belongs to the Senate. Napaka-clear niyan. Kaya ang sinasabi lang namin dito is hindi naman pwede dito sa pag-initiate pa lang ng proceedings nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na namin na mini trial. At again, kaklaruhin ko lang yung emphasize ko lang yung nasabi na ni Atty. Sheila. Hindi po sa amin ang galing yung term na mini trial. Yan po ay galing sa mga statements
Iyon.
ng either Committee on Justice or
Sabi ko sa inyo, lagi ko sinasabi ito, at ito lagi ko itong tinatatak sa utak ko pag may kausap ako, may kanegosyo, may kanegosasyon ako. Less talk, less mistakes. Totoo yan. Kaya, ang problema ka dito sa mga congressman, panayang pa PR, panayang daldal sa media, panayang pa presscon, yan tuloy, napapahamak sila. Napapahamak sila. Sila mismo ang gumamit ng salitang mini trial. O ano nangyari sa inyo? Nga. Nga kayo ngayon. Why? The Constitution says, trial will only be in the Senate. Gumamit pa sila ng, this is a mini trial. Tanga-tanga talaga Hindi ko alam kung may mga abogado ba doon, pero sadyang sagad sa katangahan.
even other personalities. So hindi po sa amin ang galing yan. That's why we're contesting it. Ngayon, ano ba ang trabaho para sa amin ng Committee on Justice? At least aming pananaw. And again, with all due respect to the members of the committee and the committee itself.
No, walang ka-respect
Ang
respect
trabaho
yun.
po ay to determine, sabi nga nila, kung ito ay iaakit na sa plenaryo at iaakit na eventually sa Senado, hindi ba? So ang parati namin sinasabi, kahit sa previous interviews ko, ang gagawin lang naman is to evaluate the complaints and the evidence at hand. No? Kung ano yung mga naka-attach na ebidensya doon sa complaint. So yung pagpapatawag ng mga witnesses and all those things and asking for documents, that goes well and beyond, di ba? Yung evaluation lang kung ito ay dapat mabunta na sa plenaryo at ang sa ganun ay maiakat na sa Senado. So sa ngayon, are we going to question this? Kasi I think that was your question talaga. Of course, that possibility is always there, hindi ba? But hindi po na kami magsasabi ng anything categorical. Ito ay dapat pag-usapan hindi lang namin pero pati na ng aming kliyente. At titignan natin kung anong mangyayari. That's why we have been monitoring these proceedings from day one. And then we'll let you know kung meron na kaming desisyon upol doon.
So, sorry, follow up. Since you are acknowledging that the House of Representatives they initiate the impeachment trial, that the impeachment pusi or whenever, bakit sa process niya, Bernat NT turoon sa mga invitations ng House of Representatives? And follow up is, are we sure you attended the Senate hearing once it was first, first?
Number one, doon sa tanong niyo po, it's not just we're acknowledging, no, that's clearly stated naman in the Constitution na sila talaga ang may exclusive power to initiate impeachment proceedings. Why are we not attending? I think it was clearly stated in our letter. It's because we are objecting. There's a fundamental objection to the proceedings itself because for us this goes well and beyond what is contemplated within initiation of impeachment proceedings. As to the Senate, wala pa tayo doon, no? Pero pag dumating man doon, talaga namang kami naman ready na sagutin. Parati naman na rin sinasabi, ready nating sagutin ang mga aligasyon laban sa Vice Presidente sa tamang forum. And at sa atin, pagdating sa pagkakaroon ng trial, whether mini trial or full trial, that is not in the House, but that's actually in the Senate. Thank you.
Malinaw yun Tanga na lang talaga Sama na ugali mo. Hindi, tanga na lang talaga Kasi, pwede na sana silang makalusot putang ina, tinawag pa nilang mini trial. Kung hindi ka nga naman din tanga, tawagin mo bagang mini trial yon? Nakasulat na nga sa konstitusyon. Malinaw na sa konstitusyon. Ito ay, ang prosesong ito ay, yung trial ay dapat sa Senado lang. Tanga ka Tawagin mo ba namang mini trial? Ayan, nyari ka tuloy. Tama, mali.
Kanina po may naglabas ng statement si Vice President Sara Duterte, sinabi na gagawin na pabili o ang isa buwak pabili ay isang fishing expedition. Pwede po ba dati ipaliwanag to bakit ito nasabi na
Well, again, I have to premise my answer with I'm no longer the spokesperson of the Vice President. So napakahirap naman na maglagay ng salita, no? Mag-interpret ng kanyang mga sinasabi. But at least based on our conversations, nakikita naman natin, yun naman talagang posisyon natin when you evaluate these impeachment complaints. The evaluation must solely remain with the complaints and the pieces of evidence attached, di ba? Ngayon, if you will go beyond the evidence attached and start asking for documents left and right, when our first argument nga, kung matatandaan nyo, is naman lang ultimate facts, yung complaints, no? And then yung mga naka-attach na ebidensya, wala rin naman doon na nagsasabi o nagpapatunay na may krimen na kaagad na nangyari. And so if you go beyond that, that is what we're saying na fishing expedition. Malamang yun na rin ang pinaparating ng ating Vice Presidente. Pangalawa, katulad ng mga issue na nilabas sa kanyang salin. Doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court sa Duterte versus House of Representatives, malinaw na nakasad doon na ang impeachable offense ay yung mga offense na allegedly na-commit ng impeachable official within his or her term. At malinaw naman doon sa pinakita na karamihan doon sa hinihing documents ay not within his or her, within the term of the Vice President in this case. So, marahil doon ang gagaling ng ating Vice Presidente.
Pinapino ko rin daw sir kami the types. I just like to note lang po yung mga subpoenas nila dun sa subpoenas universalte. Porkat kami po said na it's a form of fishing expedition. That's why we objected to the
Sorry.
to the motion based by the panel. Pero so tingin ko ba muna natin so bilang natin makulbol nito bete ko part manasalin kasi yun na as Lubos Obliges nga sa legal network saying na it's a fishing expedition at paano punta ito sa tiyari sa Porrekish po kaya na
Sorry sa yung mga nagtatanong
definition. So abon siya po doon sa mga sa pina sa SAL-ED pati direct mga bank records na ito may man started.
I think I've made this clear. And I also, again, say that if the objection of the respondent goes into the matter of jurisdiction, meaning does the committee have any power or authority to conduct a mini trial or whatever it is that they will call it, including the examination and cross-examination of witness, issuance of compulsory processes for the introduction, reception, and examination of evidence. Our position has been made clear in the letter.
Yan.
That authority and all the incidents
Yan.
of that authority should only be exercised by the Senate. Because why? Again, we go
Alam mo, eto sinasabi ng iba, bakit daw ba takot si VP Sara Duterte? Kung takot siya, di sana umatin na lang siya dyan para may tsansa pa siyang hindi ma-impeach. Di ba? Ng Kamara. Kasi ladies and gentlemen, pagka hindi siya umatin, hindi siya nakapag-defend, maaari pang ang gamitin yan, according mismo kay Luis Tro, maaari pang gamitin yan as impeachable offense. Yun ang sinabi nila. So, alam mo yun, this is a risk for the Vice President. Kaya nga, mas maganda, umatin siya dapat. Pero dahil nga atapang-atao to si BP, hindi takot to ma-impeach. Naalala niyo yung aming interview sa kanya? Kung hindi siya sana nag-resign at sumunod na lang siya dun sa pinapipirmahan nila Romualdez sa kanya, di hindi sana siya nayurakan ng kanyang pagkatao. Pero sa kanya, mas willing pa siyang ma-impeach. Willing siyang ma-impeach, kesa sa pumirma doon sa pamumudmud ng pera sa mga congressman. So handa siya dito. Ang kini-question dito kasi, mali yung ginagawa ng kamera at hindi siya magpapa sa ilalim. Ganong katapang si BP Sara. Ganong katapang, may bayag. Mas may bayag pa siya dun kesa sa mga mukhang perang bayaran dyan sa kamera eh. Mas may bayag pa siya. At sinasabi dyan, ganun. O sige, hindi ko atin. Bala kayo. Ipasa nyo yan. And then, kasi remember, what's next after another hearing? At hindi na naman siya umatin. What's next? Ang susunod, magbobotohan na. Pag nagbotohan, dahil hindi nga siya umaattend, maaaring sabihin ng iba, ganun na, sige. Impeach ka ngayon. O di, ang nasa balita, ano? Ano nasa balita na naman yan? Second time around, na-impeach si BP Sara Duterte. May mga paganyan-ganyan niya mga media. Alam mo naman mga media, mga putang inang bayaran niya mga yan eh. Sorry pagpasensya nyo na yung pagmumura ko, pero bayaran kasi talaga yung mga animal na yan eh. Boboto na yan after nun. Una, committee vote. Yung may probable cause ba, uusad ba, o wala. After nun, magkakaroon ng report. I-report sa plenary. Pagkatapos nun, pagbobotohan sa House. Ito na yung 1/3 vote ng lahat ng House member. Pagka impeach na. Ibig sabihin, diretso na dun sa impeachment trial. Pero ang tawag kasi doon, impeach na. Tulad nung nangyari nung una, na pinaspas nila. Ito na ngayon. Di ba? Ayan na. Sa akin, talagang iba ang tapang nito ni BP Sara.
Under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 6, it's only the Senate that can conduct trial,
Yan.
that can examine witnesses, that can cross-examine witnesses, that can issue subpoena for the production of evidence. In fact, if someone here earlier asked, this is akin to a preliminary investigation, under the current rules of preliminary investigation and inquest proceedings, even the matter of deciding or
Linawin natin ang Article 11, Section 3. Ito ang pinaka-importante sa lahat. The Senate shall have the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment. Senate, hindi Kamara. Ito naman, the House of Representatives shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment. Initiate lang sila. Pagdating sa trial, Senate lang. Nasa konstitusyon yan.
resolving the complaint, it's only limited to the complaint and the counter affidavits of the respondent and other affidavits and the evidence at hand. Nothing beyond evidence at hand.
Malinaw.
And let me clarify this because it might be that the idea that just because the respondent did not appear and sent other through lawyers stating the reasons for non-appearance, which raises issues on jurisdiction, it doesn't mean that she or us or we are just raising technical issues. Because I think every lawyer knows that the matter of jurisdiction is always substantive. Cannot even be waived. Cannot even
Tama.
be, a subject of any agreement. Once a body, once a tribunal acts beyond the powers vested in it by the Constitution, that cannot be allowed.
Yan. Tumpak, lumpak, lagpak.
Na-switch open by din.
Babelat yata pang Philippines pa.
Sir, that to be categorical about it. So may plan kayo to question the constitutional proceeding how. So kailan kayo mag-decide na
Paulit-ulit yung tanong, Ewan ko, hindi ko maintindihan, ba't di maintindihan ng mga media? Paulit-ulit yung tanong.
mag-file na ng petition sa Supreme Court? And second po, ano po yung magiging action natin next? Meron pa 3 hearings pa ang up committee on
So, kaya kita rin po ba yung sinabi natin na walang a-attend ng mga lawyers except sabi nyo nga allegation ni subpoena kayo. Walang a-attend na lawyers and even si Vice President Sara Duterte.
Kasasabi
Number
lang.
one, hindi ko po sinabing may plano. Ang sinasabi ko lang po is, of course, there's always possibility. Alam nyo, maraming nagfe-frame the past few weeks. Sinasabi, aakyat yung mga yan sa Supreme Court. As if it's a wrong thing, no?
Yan.
Our job as lawyers,
Yan yung ano eh. Yan yung laging palabas ng mga hindot na mga media at mga dilawan, pinklawan, mga teroristang, mga rallyista, at the same time yung mga tatanga-tangang mga tanso vlogger. Aakyat na naman yan, tatakbo naman yan sa Supreme Court. Para bagang mali ang tumakbo sa Supreme Court. Tama po yun. That's the legal process to question the jurisdiction is sa Supreme Court. Di ba? Sa Supreme Court ang final arbiter. Kaya nga nasa konstitusyon natin yan. The Supreme Court is the final arbiter. Pagka hindi magkasundo pagdating sa batas, mga bagay-bagay. Kahit, ito hindi nyo ba alam ito? Kuwari, gumawa ng batas ang Kamara. Gumawa ng batas ang Senate. Nag-bycam. Pinirmahan ng presidente ang batas. You can question that law even if ginawa at pinirmahan yon. Ginawa ng mga mambabatas, which is the legislative, at pinirmahan ng executive to execute that law. They can, and anyone can question that particular law sa Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has the final authority all over any, mali ata English ko dun basta any laws sa Supreme Court kini-question. Ibig sabihin, that's the right thing to do. It's not the illegal thing to do. It's the right thing to do. If there is a problem in rules, in laws, pwede kang tumakbo sa Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court to have clarification on such matter. Kaya nga ito mga hindot na nagsasabing, ay tatakbo na naman sa Supreme Court. Ano ba? Masama ba Supreme Court? Mga animal kayo, mga put. Yun ang tama eh. Tapos sasabihin ninyo, para bagang tinatakbuhan, takot at pumupunta sa Supreme Court. Ano gusto nyo? Kayo kasi tumatakbo kayo saan? Sa karsada. Tumatakbo kayo saan? Sa media. Dahil alam nyo, bayaran ng mga media, kaya kayo takbo ng takbo sa media. Di ba? Alam nyo, kakampihan kasi kayo. Kasi mainit ang ulo. Yan ang alam nila. Alam nila eh. Dahil mainit ang ulo ng mga media sa mga Duterte dahil mayayari na naman sila.
this is to protect the client and the rights of the client, no, against harassment and all of these kinds of things. And sa ngayon, ang sinasabi namin is that is always a possibility. Especially since, ulitin ko lang yung sinabi ni Atty. Sheila, our objection to the proceedings is fundamental. No, hindi to mere technicality. We are saying na ang sinasagawa ngayon ng committee, at least sa aming pananaw at sa aming posisyon, is labas na sa kapangyarihan nila dahil yung trial, mini-trial, full-blown trial is really vested upon the Senate. Ngayon, pagdating sa susunod na hearings, hindi muna kami dokumento, ma'am, tungkol dyan. Dahil syempre, we are monitoring the developments as they come. And as lawyers, although of course, we are ready to anticipate anything and everything that comes, we are also not inclined to telegraph what we plan to do. Thank you.
Ang binatuhin po, natin from IDCs.
If ever the Senate conduct the hearing,
Can we expect your appearance as well the appearance of King San po?
Again, I think our letter is clear. We cannot participate.
Ma'am, paulit-ulit ka na po, ano? Pagpasensya nyo na, ha? Medyo mabagal lang talaga pumick up yung mga media ngayon, eh. Hindi ko alam bakit.
The proceeding that we think is unconstitutional. We cannot have the Vice President appear before a body exercising a power or authority that is vested by the Constitution in another tribunal. If you notice from the letter that we sent on March 24, 20, the penultimate paragraph of that is pretty clear that considering that the requests, motions, or similar efforts aimed at obtaining evidence through processes that necessarily presuppose lawful authority, then, which in this case we believe is absent, then we cannot participate in the proceedings. This is not even something new. This is something that every lawyer questioning the jurisdiction of the court on behalf of his or her client.
Medyo naiinis na si ate. Ay, napaulit-ulit kasi yung tanong eh. Paulit-ulit eh.
So since you are not recognized by the jurisdiction of the absentee, hindi nyo po comply ang any subpoena and hindi expected si Vice President ay yun appear sa House hearing mo po.
Let me baka ma-misconstrue eh. What we are not recognizing is the authority or power to conduct mini trial. Now, with respect to the power of the House of Representatives to initiate in proceedings, that's stated in the Constitution, we recognize that. Again, what we do not recognize is the authority to conduct any form of trial. We can't tell you yet what will happen in the next weeks until the committee has concluded its proceedings because, as you know, the committee has just finished the hearing this afternoon, and we have yet also to receive any invitation or notice for the next hearing. But what I can tell you is that every step that we take from here on is deliberate. And those steps would be primarily to protect the interests of our client.
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pag tama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at